Alright, so 3, 2, 1, live.
Oh my. All
Yeah,
right, welcome
I
back.
had to do you.
We are now in grand finals. We have the Alpha team, Div9 versus the Bravo team, XP2600, 2600 XP, however you want to type it out.
Yeah, you know, just
26
XPOs.
XP00. I love it. All right.
Funny mistakes.
We are opening things up on split zones on Wahoo World.
Yes, and you know what? We saw this last time.
Yes, we did, and we saw Div9 pull out a Dynamo roller here last time. It didn't work out too well for them, so I'm wondering if they'll change it up. Maybe go back to that blah blobber like we saw in the previous set losers finals, or if they'll play something different. And they do pull out the mini Splatling here, so I'm wondering why they're not going back to that blah blobber. Because it seems to me like it would do pretty well.
Just didn't want to.
But yeah, that's a perfectly valid reason. Silva getting the armor off very early, and an early missile as well.
Early specials, you know, enough to apply some good pressure, and it looks like that falls into the hand, that zone, in the hand of Division 9, but now it's not. You know, falling down by, they're down.
Yeah, XP2600 is able to stay alive long enough, and just have enough presence on the zone to be able to get some picks and flip it back in their favor. And it looks like they're still able to do that. They're staggering picks a lot, and it's just this mini Splatling left. The mini Splatling is able to get Silva, and is able to get 2 actually. It's just the sloshing machine.
3.
Yeah, is able to get 3. That's a huge play coming out from the mini, and they have missiles to boot still, as well as an ink armor from their Enzap. So it's going to be interesting to see how these specials are used, coming out from both sides now, as both sides have an ink armor and 10 missiles.
I hope they get out, because you know, you don't want to have those missiles.
The 52 goes down very early though. The ink armor comes out now, but I think it might be a little bit too late. They get the machine. They're still able to maintain control of the zone, so in the end, I guess it works out for them.
Oh,
Luke on that K-shot is able. They get 3 there too. That's enormous. Yeah, especially if they're especially if XP26 isn't able to enable this machine.
Yeah, letting that machine get space on those ledges, that's definitely a really good thing for that machine. This is
just like you saw there, yeah, just
pressures a lot, but you know, they just fell to the 52.
If Silva's on zone, then he'll be able to maintain this lead for a little bit longer. But he's eventually going to be forced back off because he's the only one alive. He has ink armor now though, and they're approaching. That's a huge pick on the Enzap, by the way. But yeah, now they're approaching. They just pop their 10 missiles and get the guy that drops. That's another big pick. They're gonna lose the lead, but they're gonna maintain control on the end of it, as they still have bombers to pop here. Although I don't know, their teammates are going down, so it might not work out the way I anticipated.
Well, that definitely does give XP2600 their zone, but you know, they lose it, and they also lose it in the process. They're just, you know, they're kind of just a little staggering in numbers over time. And I think the Splash, they're gonna get a little epic flank.
As long as the respawns don't come in, and yeah, they found them out with the 10 missiles.
Yeah, they caught him out with the 10 missiles.
Although if there's enough people on zone to maintain. Okay, I was wondering if that would work as a distraction play, but no.
Well, they weren't able to get back zone. And it's like now it's just Division 9. They're just going to be watching. Trying to put on as much pressure as they can so that they can be in the zone, and that's what they do. Division 9
it seems like Div 9 was just able to get a lot of straight picks that, while they weren't shown on the spectator camera, obviously were very crucial to how the match played out. And it turned fights that looked like XP2600 were the clear favorites in, and flipped them on its head entirely. And that happened multiple times. You see Luke fragging out on that K-shot with 13 kills and assists, but the rest of his team not getting up high in there with them in those numbers, and presumably a lot of deaths.
Yes. Well, a good thing for 2600 is even if they lose this, they're still bracket reset. And then
I
they
think
can
they-
start try hard if they feel like it. Which I really hope they don't. I kind of want them to, but I really hope they don't. Because if you're holding back on us,
It's always the balance of you want more Splatoon, but your voice
we
and
want more
mine start to get a
Splatoon.
little bit tired. Yeah.
but we commentators, we get a little tired sometimes.
So we're going.
But-
So XP26 is taking us to Splat Zone's Macamart, and they ready up pretty quickly. So it tells me that they're playing a comp similar to what they played last match, which I think plays into their favor here. That sloshing machine, and primarily the sloshing machine really benefits from both, like a lot of the what's it called, the height difference, the height
Yes,
variance,
the
and
ledges.
especially
The
prevalent
boxes.
towards the object surrounding zone. Yeah.
Even
So
the
if they're
little
able
pillow
to-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing on that sloshing machine. It's up and over. That makes it good at pressuring ledges and the boxes.
Yeah, even if he
And
doesn't play,
drop.
even if it's not a sloshing
Right.
machine, if it's just any slosher, he's gonna have that advantage. I know Tri Slosher has played a lot here. I don't know if Rhythm's gonna go to that try. He might play something like the Soda instead, or stick to that machine. But we will see in a few seconds here.
Yeah, we shall
I wonder
see.
I wonder if we'll see the Blah Blobber come out.
Maybe, because it is a slosher. It could apply a lot of pressure.
We see a try coming out from both sides. Okay.
So it looks like we
And
got
that
two
is-
tryhards.
Both teams running double armor, although one of those is coming from a Tri Slosher, the other is coming from a Junior and an NZAP. And the Tri Slosher on the side of XP26 is actually the Novo, which is the one with Inkstorm.
And Slap Bomb.
Yes, and we'll see how they're able to utilize that kit to maybe clutch the map. This is their pick after all.
The good
A
thing.
lot of back and
the
forth
one
on
thing I
zones
could
right here.
say
Oh, that's a
about-
nice pick. That's a nice
Ooh.
bomb pick from Silva. And that's important because now that's an armor that is staggered and won't be online for quite a while. And XP26 has 2 that they can chain right now, which will give them a lot. They have to give up a little bit of
A lot of
control of the zone,
options.
but they'll be able to go right back in here, yeah, with the specials that they had saved.
Yeah, well, Junior's definitely putting in a lot of work. They're
The Nautilus
painting,
getting
they're
picked is
throwing
very
bomb
important as
pressures.
well. Just trying many by themselves. Oh,
Junior thinking,
I was
ouch.
about to say they don't have very much offensive pressure by themselves, but I would be wrong, as each of them get a pick. And now they're able
Yeah.
to reestablish themselves on this stack here.
They got fast
Very nice
firing
hit.
rate, all right range, and they
That's
even
2
have
down
the
though
long range
already.
weapon. Two
That's
down
3
by
down.
a try.
Yeah, 3 of them. 4 of them. That's a full
that 3
wipe.
by
And
the
they come
try?
out. And they come out. I think that's 3 by the try. Yeah, and they come out of that with 3 specials, only using the ink armor to engage. You can see the ink storm going up on the top left there. That'll buy them some time, and then they have both an ink armor and a Booyah bomb to be able to defend the zone a little bit here. Rhythm gets caught out though.
Right.
But they'll be able to use their remaining special pool, even though they're a man down, in order to, at very worst, get the zone timer down to like around 40.
Right now, it looks like it's just Custom and the 2 Splatlings. They're just trying to retain that zone, except
Oh, that's a huge
victim
double
to
from
Tri Slosher.
Rhythm, but I don't know if this 52 just by himself. Although it is just versus a Nautilus, so they might be able to get to retake control of the zone here.
it's
although
not
he
an
just got picked
automatic
off.
shooter. That's not an automatic shooter, so it's definitely got to pause a little every time it wants to paint, just to.
Seems like they're
reticle
peeking out a
recharge.
little bit too much though, as the Nautilus was able to finish him off.
Ouch. Silva
Tri
with the
Slosher's
bomb.
trading, yeah. Yeah, it seems like XP26 is still gonna have a chance to move back in here. They're just
Yeah,
having
they
they just
really-
have more specials closer to being ready. Silva gets
Yeah,
picked
and
up.
unfortunately, they're losing a potential armor.
Well, Silva
Well,
had
that
popped
wasn't
it, so
He
yeah,
popped
that
it.
one. Yeah, that one wasn't
So,
as important.
not as important,
to
but
the
you know.
fight. But the other two
Presence
guys
is
going
gone.
down is yeah. And it seems like XP26 is having a lot of problems breaking through this defense for some reason. That could be due to the nature of their comp. I mean, they're not the longest range thing they have is a 52 gal, and they have to run into a Nautilus and a Mini.
I agree. And
They
even
try
then,
Slosher.
their effective range is honestly just bombs
Yeah,
and the Inkstorm. But
and I think part of that range advantage is what's able to give Div 9 the W in this set here.
It's now 2-0.
This is an interesting turn of events because these two teams actually played in winners finals, and XP2600 won that set 3-1. So maybe Div9 learned a lesson or two from that set. Maybe XP2600 isn't. They haven't been playing. Maybe they're not warm. I actually don't know if they haven't been playing. They could have been doing like a scram or a league between while they're waiting for the bracket to finish. But if they didn't play, they might be a little bit cold.
You know, even if they aren't warm, they could always be just burnt out because you know we've been here for like almost 4 hours. There's even a bit of ideal time, so you know they could have probably just been burnt out or their rhythms offset.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember the last time I played in a tournament, there was like an hour delay because of a tie in the set. So like we had to stand ideal for like an hour, and we're all just like vibing together. The second we played a match, that kind of just offset our rhythm. So you know, like time between tournament sets long ones, they can affect your rhythm.
Mm-hmm,
How you guys are going around.
And I've been in that position before,
I
where
know.
we waited a very long time between winners finals and grand finals.
I've done that once. Let's just say.
The other interesting thing to note here is that was XP2600's counter pick.
Yep,
they just lost it.
One.
So they're gonna have to try to find another way to get back in here, and it looks like it's gonna be Splat Zone's Anchovy games.
You know what? Division 9, bring out your Blob Lobber because your Blob Lobber can just sit there and do nothing. And by that, by nothing, I just mean that.
I wonder if they've picked this to put Silva on the H3 nozzle nose, because I know that's in his arsenal, in his weapon pool, and he seems pretty comfortable on it from what I've seen, and that would give them kind of a range option to help not counter but combat the long range coming out from Div 9. So we'll see. We'll see as we get into the game here what they opted to go with.
They could have obviously just stuck with what they had already.
Similar comp coming out from Div 9. And it is that junior, although we see Soda Slosher come out from Rhythm.
That Soda Slosher, you know, it's a slosher. It's definitely going to be putting a lot of pressure over those edges. And there are quite a few except on this map, except they're a lot higher than most.
Yeah, I'd imagine
for XP.
Soda Slosher goes down very early. I'd imagine the game plan for XP26 is to enable that Soda Slosher.
Oh wait, I just got it wrong.
Like as you
9.
Yeah, Div 9 has kept.
Yeah, Div 9 got the cap.
Yeah, I'm putting your score right now, and it looks like the issue from what's it called? Wahoo World is coming back to bite them. That was a previous set. That's my bad. But they were getting a lot of individual. They were dying very sporadically. Yeah, they were dying a lot of 1-by-1, and just making it impossible to push back in. But they do manage to cap the zone after a very, very long exchange of
that one-on-one. That one-on-one is definitely gonna. That's definitely an out, and a penalty is applied. 9, but
I think that's the important thing here. It gets XP2600 out of panic mode, and into okay, let's focus, let's coordinate. And you see Rhythm win the 1v1 with the splash on the right side of the map there.
And falling one down is pretty crucial. That removes the sizable amount of paint for one.
They're gonna have to use this burst bomb launcher to move forward and get picks and take space though. And it looks like they're able to do that. You only see one left now on the side of Div 9, and he might. Yeah, he gets staggered.
That's a
staggered death.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah. So now if they can.
All pressure rate.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd like to see Rhythm watch the wall a little bit more. Because obviously what they're positioning right now, they've all kind of like shifted over to the right side on that office, and they have no one really watching this left plat here. Now obviously Luke and Silva are there, but I don't know how effective it's going to be. It seems that seems to be working pretty well.
They worked out for as long as it did.
Mm-hmm.
And they got lead.
And
they
now,
should've
yeah,
had-
now this is the position. This is a very strong lockout position here.
This is
Rhythm
the
does go
lockout.
down, but they kind of just have to face first, hold forward into zone, and I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not going to work out for
It's
them
got a
too
paint
well.
over zone, and it looks like XP won that, right?
Yes, XP.
I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting the color right. Team right. And XP won that. You know, the thing that they could hope for right now is the reverse sweep, or the worst case scenario, they win the bracket reset.
I think if I'm them, I definitely want the reverse sweep though.
I know the reverse
Not
sweep
only
is
is
always high.
not only is that less Splatoon for you to play to win, but it's also a much cooler story arc, I think.
Yes, and it allows some of us to go to bed earlier. Except for me, because I'm from PST.
Interesting that Div9 comes back to this Albacore Hotel pick. I guess actually that makes a lot of sense thinking about it. They have
They got a Slatling guy.
showing long range options. And I don't even know. This is definitely. I think this is a map that Silva 100% pulls out H3 on. But I think that's the longest range weapon that XP is going to have. So if Div9 is able to pull out like that, maybe a Bloblobber or like some sort of ballpoint, this
I'd
could go
probably
very
say
well.
ballpoint more likely is to come out because
It is a ballpoint, yeah.
ballpoint. The thing with ballpoint is it's just
Well,
ballpoint. It's
here.
epic. This map.
I'm curious as to why he hasn't played the H3 yet.
Maybe they just wanna. Maybe they're just opting for more paint.
Their comp is
Especially
very
because they're
paint
mostly
heavy.
playing zone.
Yeah, maybe the zones has something to do with it. H3's paint does tend to be very bursty. Like I mean that isn't like it's like it's kind of like off and on. It's in a rhythm.
Yeah.
Paint is like and then there's no paint, and more paint, and then no paint, right? Just due to the way the semi-automatic firing works. And Splattershot Junior, while it does have less range, it's more consistent paint, but it seems like they're just not able to break through at all. And I think it has a lot to do with their composition, right? They have no real way to touch the ballpoint. They're able to get 3 picks now, but if they're not able to clean up this ballpoint here,
They just did.
Okay.
Flusher whip for the win.
Yeah, so this could be a huge turning point for them. If they're able to move forwards and take position, especially if they're able to get up this ramp here, which I don't know if they're going to be able to now that Rhythm's gone down. But if Yoshi can shot, no, he can't get a pick, yeah.
He just got, like, slammed by that.
Oh, we got it. We got some cleanup over there, though, by Luke.
And
so
clean up from the ballpoint, clean up from the junior, clean up on aisle 9.
Hold on to the zone, though. Which is 30 doesn't seem like a lot, but it can be... It can be whether or not they get to 41 or to 39, right? So if you're... Although they are coming up on a lot of specials to be able to match those coming out from Div 9 right about now.
They got armor, they have that burst bomb rush to help paint the zone.
Yeah, they're about to have suction bomb launcher too, and they do pop it. They get 2 picks, they get 3 picks, it's just the Nautilus left.
Just the knot.
If they're
really
able to
have to bomb that
yeah,
guy
if they're able to push him out and take the space that they're creating now, then this could be a very, very good situation for them. Rhythm maybe pushes a little too far when he's a little weak, gets caught out. Now they've got Div 9 has 3 people on this court here. That bomb is so clutch from Silva though.
Silva bomber.
And and they pop the inkjet. This is gonna go.
I don't know where that ballpoint is, but I don't think that ballpoint.
He's on the right side over there.
Yeah, on the bridge.
Yeah, he's on the bridge over there on the right side.
That's not enough. Looks like XP is able to.
I can't overemphasize. I can't emphasize enough how important that double with that spot bomb was. If that doesn't happen, then that could very easily go the other way. Because that's 2 picks that would have been accompanied by an inkjet from the Nautilus.
Falling 2 down, that is no bueno. But then again, falling down anyone is usually not good. And,
yeah, no, for sure. For sure, yeah, for sure, no. You never want to lose anybody, but especially your non-inkjet players when the zone counter is about to expire.
Yeah, because you really need that paint, and Inkjet's not really a painting special. It's just pressure. Maybe some offensive
Yeah, the
utility.
score is now 2-2.
Yeah, it's even.
So we're heading into Game 5 of the Grand Finals. We're still waiting for the counter pick to come in from Div9. It is Splat Zone's Piranha Pit.
Are you serious? Is this really just all been zone?
People like to play it. Let them play zones.
It just feels so boring to me. I want to see some Clamblitz action, dude. But hey, you know, we get
as a spectator, you
yeah.
want to see some variety, but obviously the players want to stick to their bread and butter.
I guess I like zones that much. I mean, I personally don't like zones as much as most.
We're already going right into it. Both teams ready up very fast.
But hey, this is potentially the last match of the night, or extending.
Both teams readied up very fast. So I'm wondering, they have to be similar comps coming out for both sides, right?
Yeah, they have to be. They just knew what they wanted to play.
The mini instead of the ballpoint, and then pretty much the same thing coming out from XP. So this is going to be a kind of a short to mid-range battle here that I think both teams have a reasonable chance of winning, actually. If XP2600 can play around Silva's armors and the ramp, all the geometry on the map, using the cover from the ramps and the pillows.
Not there, and you're actually right. They're able to do that pretty well.
They're able to get 2 picks
with the with the Slatlings.
But now they're
feeding into the Slatlings. So it's not. Good.
Yeah, I think if Silva was pushing the other side as well, then he could have cleaned up those kills that Rhythm and Luke, or not Rhythm, whoever their splash player is.
I actually disagree, because the most that a junior could do is it has short range, not good accuracy, and they could also most likely just.
I mean, I was screaming earlier, and I held forward against 3 people and killed all 3 of them. So.
Yeah, but still, you know, the Slatlings outrange it by quite a lot.
That's true, but if their attention is focused on the other side, then he can come in behind them and get at least one of them, right?
One, but
either way, the zones have flipped back over. You see Rhythm and Silva watching the drop now, which is a very strong position for them. They're about to come up on Suction Bomb Launcher. They're probably going to use that right after this Booyah Bomb ends.
They ran into the missile.
Yeah, they tried, but the missiles...
And it's just Silva.
Yeah, it's just Silva.
They just gotta exist. Silva's just gotta exist, and they can, unfortunately. Because, you know, them holding on to it, if they were able to successfully get out, they could have piled armor, got it faster, and...
Yeah, now he's only 35% of the way there. They're gonna, and Div9's gonna have a Booyah Bomb to defend, to potentially cancel out the Suction Bomb Launcher, and all 4 specialists coming out now from probably both sides, I think. I'm not sure how close the Nautilus is to special, but you saw the missiles come out, you saw the armor come out, you saw the Booyah Bomb come out. And it looks like it's going in favor of Div9 here.
Yeah.
Blows being exchanged both ways, but...
seems most likely that Div9 is holding on pretty well.
XP26 isn't really able to move forward as the way they want to, as I
got the pick they needed.
Yeah, as I say that, Silva...
They just need to retain that zone. Come on, Silva, paint. Good job.
It's just a constant myriad of specials being thrown both ways.
I usually refer to that as a slugfest. That nod at the drop. Oh,
I think if XP really wants to try to break back in here, they need to all focus like a similar direction, right? They need to all, if they're not using their special, they need to push where the special is headed, and use the. It seems like they did that, right? Now that they're back in control.
They just did exactly what you said. They pressured where they needed to. And a nice pick from that slosher on a very high lead. Using their weapon to the maximum.
He gets taken out, but now Luke can come back in with the missiles. He's still sharking here. They don't know his exact location.
Oh, well, they do now.
They do now, but he's able to get a pick out of it. He's still able to distract his mini back here. He's able to get him, too. That's huge.
That is pretty massive.
And he gets the Nautilus, too.
He's able to hold the zone for...
And if Div9's not able to come back in here, like, Your 52 just dropped in very quickly. It gets picked off. This could be
And
it
all
for
they need to do is
XP26, and it is. And
And
XP26 are your winners of Squid Junction 4.
yeah, they were really in the zone.
That's a different tournament.
It doesn't matter because they won by zone.